When we get to the age of feeling like we're actually an old person, we start to reminisce about our life. We start to think back on the things that we've done. When we get together with people, we talk about the old times. Now, this is a very different world we live in today than it was in the 1950s when I grew up. Growing up in Albany, I think we were quite sheltered from the rest of the world, to be honest. I grew up feeling inadequate, shy, naive, codependent, and all those things mixed together in a great big melting pot. So I feel, looking back now, that the people that I chose as partners or husbands or whatever you like to call them, that I chose those people because I was forever seeking love. The love that was missing in my life. And I'm not going to go into details and carry on with a sob story, because we've all got our stories. We've had the traumas and the experiences that shaped us as human beings, as adults. No one escapes having some sort of experience in their life that has caused them to, change. Now, in my early 30s and 40s, I kind of followed a spiritual path. I did yoga and I learnt meditation and I learnt all about, the healing energy of Reiki, and I did self-development retreats and courses and rebirthing and all that stuff. And a lot of people say that's hocus pocus, it's all airy-fairy stuff. And everyone has their entitlement to their opinions. And I don't really care what you call it. But during all that time, during all those experiences, during all the people that I joined together with, I obviously did learn something about myself. And so I have come to this part where I actually feel quite proud of who I've become as a person. I mean, I was always caring and thoughtful and kind, but always feeling inadequate, like I was never good enough for anything, for anybody, and all those negative things that a lot of people have. So now at 74, I've come to a place in my life where I'm contented, fully contented, and have the most beautiful life partner, have the most beautiful girlfriend, and a lovely family. Hi, my name's Kay. I live in Albany, Western Australia, and I get together with you every now and again and we talk about the things that happen to us as we grow older. Now, as I was just talking about all these things that I have done as far as personal spiritual development, during all that time, people used to say, you've got to love yourself. And I never did quite get that. I was never able to figure out, well, how do I start loving myself? Because I never knew how to. Right up until I was 30 and 40, I never knew how to love myself. I never thought that I was good enough. Always feeling inadequate. So somewhere along the line, I've been fortunate enough to learn what it takes to feel contented. And today in my life, I can see something as the most beautiful daffodil flower that's bloomed in my garden right now. I can pick a flower up and smell it and totally become engrossed in the scent of that blossom. There are so many things in nature that give us joy. And I think as we get older, we need more and more and more and more joy. It doesn't come in a packet. We can't buy it off the supermarket shelf. We can't get it from watching a video on YouTube either. It has to be something that generates within us through our lifetime. So I wonder, actually, is being fully contented the same as really loving yourself? I'm sure there are experts out there that could answer that, but then experts are experts, aren't they? They've become experts because of their training, because of their beliefs. So I'm going to say that loving myself is the fully feeling of contentment that I have right now. The joy I can get from the smaller things in life. The scenes that I can look out at every day. The sounds of those birds that are up in the tree. They're called wattle birds. The sound of the water that's coming through the water feature just behind me and in the fish pond. It's been raining now for 2 days. Yesterday we had gale force winds. And so being the very end of July 2026, we're in the midst of winter in Albany, Western Australia. And there are a lot of things that we can find joy in through winter. I'm not going to sit here and preach. A lot of people may think this is rubbish, and that's okay. We all have opinions, don't we? So thank you so much for getting together with me again today. I really love it when we have these little chats. And I hope you do as well. And keep on being gentle with yourself. Find something today, the smallest thing in life, that you can go, wow, that is so beautiful, that is so special. And you too are very, very special. Start believing in it. Bye for now.